Hello, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's see here if I can't. I'm trying this new thing, guys. I hope it works. I hope correct. Oh yeah, it is. It is correct. I'm trying this new thing, guys. I hope it works. I hope correct. Oh yeah, it is. It is correct. Oh, so it's working. Okay, good, good. Hi guys. So we're all here today. This beautiful day, the day of the eclipse. So of course, there was no, because I had seen the whole story with the blackout, but I don't think, I still feel like it's symbolic of that it's coming, like those revelations and everything like that. Is the end of an era. And I was like, I haven't been like reading a lot of astrology lately, but I started reading and I was like, wow, it makes a lot of sense. Especially the stuff that's coming on Sunday, I guess. So it's just very interesting because I do feel this shift, and I've been talking to people, a lot of people feel it, this sense of like that there is, I don't know, this sense of this big shift or this energetic shift. Okay. Like, and I was talking to people, some people feel this turbulence too. Like you kind of feel it, like restlessness. And it's not to do with, of course, Trump is very unstable, but it's not, it's almost something that you have a hard time pinpointing, you know? So I find it interesting. So, okay, so then guys, I was gonna, at first I was like, should I do it today or not? Or what? I was like, well, it'd be good to do it. And then I was thinking, I was like, I'm just thinking here, you know what? I think, let's say towards the, I'm trying to think when, I'm not gonna do it now just because, just started, okay? So, it's just the sense of like this shift, this energetic shift, okay? And let me see here. So the core files. I did not post, guys. I did not get a chance to post all the things. I hope it's okay. But because it's the story today is, it's pretty consistent. Okay. Okay. Now. Okay. So see here. Okay. So story about the threats from Iran. Guys, I can't really watch. As you know, I can't really watch like the bullshit of Trump and then Mike Pompeo. He's really he tells truth. He's very truthful. Mike Pompeo. I really, I really, he really tells the truth. He really, it's like the bullshit and it's like, why should we be watching a person who's constantly lying? You know what I mean? It's not important, to do that. It's like really not my, you know, not a thing. So there's that, and like, but still, it's like their stories don't then match up. And then there was a whole thing about the plane, and like, so there is this pretty consistent videos that show that there is a missile that hit the plane. But something, some people are like, let's just find out if that's what happened. Something about it just feels really odd to me still, but we'll see. I'll figure out what is the truth here. Is this what it is? Is that the answer? That the missile shot the airplane by mistake? It, maybe, who knows? Let's figure out, I want to figure out what really happened. And then the other important news, guys, is that Nancy Pelosi, the news was saying that she's getting ready to send the articles of impeachment, which feels too soon still, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm kind of, you know what? I kind of like, now that I'm talking to you guys, I'm like wondering if I should. I'm kind of want to do the thing about figure out what these changes are. Okay, um, at first, because that's kind of, what I think, guys. I think it's nice to do those readings, of course, about the news, but that's not really, I guess, where I am. It's like, I am paying attention to the news, but not as much. Okay, in the sense that I think the future, I'm ahead here. Almost, I think a lot about the future and what's next, and preparing for it and everything like that, more than like, oh, Trump said this today. He said that such and such, whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's really not right. So it's like, it's really the shift and what's next. Because don't you, and I don't know if it's me, but I look at the news sometimes and I'm like, I feel like I'm looking at the past. It doesn't feel like that's what's really happening. This seems like the past. Like we have already somehow, or we're right. I'm in the future. I'm talking from future, but really, It's a sense that things have moved, and that's my feeling. Okay, so okay, so I'm gonna get started. Okay, okay, guys, I'm starting. Okay, so oh, oh okay, so I'd like to ask for protection. Beautiful ray of light coming to my head as I breathe in. I feel my lungs, I breathe out. Project light out, project light out. Great circle of light. Step into protected negative last information come only from the highest sources that create the good and only the good. Um, okay, and like test information come only from the highest sources. Okay. So so here, so okay, so just 1 second here. So okay, so I wrote here, dealing with the eclipse and coming changes, wondering how these changes will be felt to the external world. So in some ways, guys, I'm just gonna ask about, you know, I hope it's okay. I was okay, right? To ask how do we what are the signs of this? How are we going to feel it? How to prepare? How should we prepare for these changes? What's going to happen? Not what's going to happen. So just it's going to, like that, but in a broader brushstroke kind of feeling. Okay, and then even ask about this, like, why do I feel like things have moved? Even asking those simple questions will lead us to an interesting place, I think. Okay. Okay. So why is it that I feel these changes, this very almost like turbulence on an unseen level? A lot of people, not just me, right? You feel this change, the shift, and everything like that. So what is it? Why do I feel that? And when will the changes be felt? And how will these changes take place in the physical world that we perceive with our eyes? Okay, so it's interesting. It's similar to what I had seen in the vision before. I see this man that looks like it's not that guy, the Iranian guy. It's just like somebody I don't recognize, but looks like a prophet or some sort, like from like biblical times kind of person, like saying like this, like a scroll, and then it's showing an image, but it's just basically saying these images that you see are gonna fall, like they start to burn down, or like they disintegrate. Okay, almost like as if they were like made of sugar or something, like they disintegrate these images. In other words, all this stuff is an illusion. And and then once it's almost like, imagine it's closer to like some sort of theatrical backdrop. The reality is theatrical backdrop, and then everything that's put beneath it, it starts to show, and it's the rotten. It's like rotten meat, and like all this rotten stuff that's behind it, and people are like, like a horror movie almost. People are like they're scared when they see what is underneath. The people don't know how to deal with it. They're like, that's the first instinct. Okay, is to kind of like scream. The people that are not like not prepared. Okay, so because instinctively nobody wants to dig there, nobody wants to look. But that's the what sustains the illusion exists to sustain that which is rotten. Okay, which makes sense. Okay, so then okay, um then I feel like I was talking to somebody also about this a couple days ago, or like a day ago, that we should really consider, like at this time, just saying that you let go of any attachment to, to what, to the perception of what is the right, you know what I mean? In a sense, it's sort of like the perception of the world, even when we're quote unquote outraged, it still has to do with the reaction that we feel when we are outraged at certain things, is because we believe that to be, there's a right way of things, and that's the wrong way. And we're constantly sort of being manipulated, saying that by the emotions are manipulated that way. So it's like it shows this image of us sitting, you're sitting down in your house or something, and then you say, I let go of any attachment to the present, and I'm I am ready to go through. I'm ready. I'm prepared for the change, for a shift, and I understand that change is coming and that it may be uncomfortable, but I can deal with it, and I'm ready to step into the next reality. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit like it. There's this. I feel like almost like a chasm that you have to jump through. Okay, to get to the not jump. It's not. It seems so literal when I say it, but it's a little bit like that. There's a period of discomfort that comes with all this change. But as long as we know that this is on the way, that this is coming, it's just discomfort. It's not the reality that we may know as of yet, but when it resolves, it resolves correctly, and then we trust it. Okay. I'm sorry to, it's really, I don't know what to say, guys. I don't mean to be like, there's no real like, how do I explain this? It seems, I know it sounds kind of not generic, but you know what I mean? It seems symbolic more than concrete. So but that's basically, maybe that's what it is it's saying, is that there's no point in kind of telling you exactly what's going to happen, because that is not going to happen. You know what I mean? It's almost like letting go of the expectation of how is this going to take place, but just know that all the images that is, but this has, like I said, it has been consistent, right? The idea that these images and other illusions are falling apart, that nobody can sustain that anymore. Not nobody, like the people that basically I've said before, like the other last time, that the illusions that people have hold on to define themselves, to define the world, and all of the situation that we're in, it falls apart, but almost like a candle burning, or like something, a natural process it shows. Not that there's anything specific that happens, but it's almost as if, like when fruit rottens, like it didn't, like, it was like, I'm gonna rot right now. I'm a banana, I'm gonna rot. It's like, it's a natural order, you know it's a natural order, and that's part of life, and those people have been doing these things because we all seem to instinctively somehow know it's coming. So they're like, no, it's not happening to me, I'm better, I am better, I'm much better, much better. Yeah. So it's just like, and then embrace the divine, the light, and trust that the changes are coming, and that, and if you it's saying, like, I know, almost like, I know people are going, oh, what about the term supportive? Is saying, if anything, just pray that for them to go through it quickly, to not have too much friction. Because, like I said, guys, it's almost as if, I know it sounds like a strange image. It's almost like, imagine if we are watching. It's kind of like, imagine if there's like there's a valley, and then you're watching, looking below, down this valley, and you see all these people screaming, ah, and we were like almost watching them. We know that they're going to scream, but we know that that's gonna almost like we know that's gonna happen. They're gonna be scared. They're gonna be like, oh my God, how could that be? How could that be? What? And we're like, okay, we're just silent. Okay, not judging, not saying anything, just praying for, not just praying, but kind of like hoping. Just not hoping. It's almost like we know that this is coming, just expecting that that's coming. And then the shift happens, and then I see us crossing the bridge. It's almost as if then we're prepared to deal with it, and people are kind of shell shocked. I don't know I don't know exactly how, guys, this happens. Like I said, is it okay? It's unprecedented, obviously, right? Um, but that's my sense, okay? Because it's saying there's no point in like, this is good, that's gonna happen, this is gonna happen. It's just something that has felt gradual until one day when it's no longer gradual, and it really does happen. So so and what I'm getting this is, as I tell you sometimes, like if something repeats, especially personal readings, when something repeats, I have to say it. You know what I saw? It was so strange. Was the image of the Vietnam War. When the war ended, and they're saying the young people, they were able to get rid of the war. Like at first it seemed, first of all, it was so disgusting that all these kids were dying in both countries and everything like that. But it was also that the pressure works. It's just that it works it feels like 1 second, there's a switch that turns on, but it took years for the switch to turn on. It's just that, it's in 1 second that switch turns. So, you know what I mean? So it's like, this is prepared, this is going to happen and whatever. And then it does happen. Okay. So, so how can we as a group, and also like, let's say, I know many of you have you know, coworkers, family, whatever, who don't believe this, who may be the ones who are going to suffer, or what should we, how, you know, like, how should we prepare for this change? And how is this, I know it's almost like I'm asking the same question, but it's not. It's more like, now that we see what kind of happens on a symbolic level, how do we prepare for it? Just say, I'm not letting go. I'm not attached to the current present. I am not afraid of the unknown. I know that what's coming next is a natural progression. Okay. So something like this, it's saying that the addiction to the knowing constantly is also disorienting. So it also prevents people from looking inward, and it's only inward that you're going to find stability at a time of instability. So interesting. But interesting. Okay. So, okay. So that's, I feel like that's brought, you know, like I said, guys, I know normally I would try to find the, you know, the answers, like exactly what happens, what is the event, no, but that's what they're like, calm down, you know, just like, they're like this, calm down, calm down. And when the first, you know, say when the first big changes start to happen, it may be scary, but don't be scared. Saying the main message, as Rosie has said many times, don't be afraid. Don't give in to fear, like, oh my God, no, don't freak out. And don't like be afraid. Okay, just trust the order. Okay. So okay. And okay, guys, so now I didn't write question. I hope you don't mind this question, but it's coming to me. You know, because it's so funny. Oh no, it's not funny. It's actually not funny at all. But Mike Pompeo and Mike Pence, for example, they are those like those right-wing Christians that believe in the end of the world is coming now, like whatever, right? They don't care. It's almost like they want to cause it. What's gonna happen to them, to those people who are the Christian, far right Christian, you know, like crazy people who are like basically don't care about the world, trying to get the world into a war? What is going to happen to them when this you know, I'm not even asking about the people, the regular people who follow them, but I'm asking about the leadership of these like people like Mike Pompeo, Mike Pence. What's going to happen to them when this comes? You know, whatever that is, right? The ones that call themselves, I know truth. I know truth. I know truth. Listen to me. Listen to me. I know truth. I know truth. I do. I know truth. I know it. No, but really, like, what's going to happen to them? Okay, what, you know, what? Okay, that's my, it's kind of like almost like I'm almost more interested, because those people have used all of this like pseudo religious thing, whatever that is, to justify their madness and their lack of concern for human life, right? So what's happening? Okay, so what is gonna happen? Let's see. Let's just put the two of them, because they're and even Barr. Barr, I love Barr. He's a great jurist. He knows a lot about the law. I love Barr. He's the best. Is he gonna go back to the swamp? Huh? Frog? Huh? Huh? Is there a buzz for the frog? Huh? Huh? Straight to swamp, huh? Okay, seriously, okay. So first, let's go with them. So what happens to them when this stuff? Oh, 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 oh. So this is like a really, guys, you know, lately the images are so kind of stark and strange. So I see, you know, and I don't know why this image that reminds me of of the eclipse keeps appearing, like this idea of the light and dark. So, you know, when I see this image, like I'm trying to think what would cause this shadow. Like it's like they're looking up and they know that there's like, it could be, maybe the eclipse is probably the better example. Is the dark, they're following the darkness and darkness, and they know that this darkness is going to go like the eclipse. You know, first it comes, and then after the eclipse it goes away, right? So as it's the light, the darkness is going away, they're scrambling, they're like running to like try to keep up the facade. It's almost as if they have kept up the lie for so long. Their job is almost like is like acting, like keeping up a facade of something that is fake. So they're like trying, scrambling, running to try to like, because it, like movies, like after a certain time of the day or the night, everything is going to change. So then, and then at some point, then the light comes. And then as soon as the light comes, it's almost like something inside their eyes. It's really freaky, actually. These movies, like their eyes are black, like it's almost like they were possessed, or like they had no light, or they were not interested in the light. And then their souls leave, like almost like they become nothing. They lose everything. Like, I don't know how to explain it. And then they're like, there's like a broom, and you brush them off like trash. I become trash. I become trash. I am trash. I become trash. They're disposable. It's almost like everything, the only thing that was animating them was this dark images of darkness, or like this illusion that this is interesting, guys. This is why it's saying you cannot hold on to the images of the things, because they may even believe that they're so convinced that they are right, and that the illusion they're creating is the perfect answer to everything, that they don't see anything other than that, and they constantly every single day work to put up the facade and the lie. So when it goes away, they're almost like they're like, by what does that mean by the souls leave? The thing that animates them is gone, the darkness. When the darkness is gone, they have nothing to live for. And by what I'm understanding here as darkness, it means, what they mean by darkness is illusion, right? On a broader scale, is like the illusion that they have pushed. If it, yeah. So it's sort of like, it's that if there's no more lies, there's no more darkness. That's what it's saying. It's sort of like, yeah, I don't know, guys, how, exactly how it's gonna happen, because when you look at the whole, there's such a structure, perfect structure for lies. How is this ever gonna change? It's hard to believe that it will change, but that's what it shows. And so that those people are so invested in the lie to justify their agenda and their attachment to the other thing. So they don't accept, they think they have the power to change things and all that. Okay. So that's the story. Okay. So just saying, I let go of my attachment to any specific event or outcome. You know what I mean? Like, it's just trust that it's going to go, and then we're moving towards the right direction, as long as the truth, we're pushing towards the truth, demanding truth and all those things. And as it goes on, but my sense, guys, is that this, although it obviously has to do with humans and what we have to ask for this and we have to fight for it, it has a kind of inevitable, it has a sense of destiny to it. Like, it's meant to happen, and it's going to happen no matter what. And it's bigger than we expect, or that we have ever seen, or something. Okay. So, okay. So is it okay? Okay. So, okay. Okay. So, all right. So, it was interesting. Oh, this was good. I don't know what to say about it. It's okay. So let's now go to questions. Okay. Let's go to questions. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. I'm just processing from my house. Okay. No, it's interesting because I'm seeing this. What I'm seeing also is like this idea that, as I say, as you vibrate higher, you will get used to a sense of, like, as you know, as you went into the other side, everything is about light. There's a lot more abstraction, and in some ways, if you think of vibration as a kind of underlying form, like it creates form, then it's kind of like you just trust that this is coming and be open for it, or whatever that is. Okay. I know it sounds like a religious thing, but it's not necessarily. Okay. So, okay, so now let's move to great events of now. Huh? Very good. Very good. I like it. I like it. So guys, I almost actually want to start with Nancy, because like we kind of know the story about, we know it's a known quantity, the story about the Iran situation a little bit, right? They lied. We know that already. That's not news. But I feel like this, I don't know what stage it is. right? I don't know what stage the situation of the articles of impeachment, but I've always seen that they're gonna prepare everything. They're gonna get ready to get ready. I'm sorry, get ready to start, and then it doesn't go through. But what's going on with that? What's going on with this? Because guys, there's a lot of people putting pressure on her, like, oh, do something, do something. But it's just like the last time. It has to be the right time. So what's going on with that? Okay, do you mind? I'm gonna ask her. Huh? Okay. So what's going on with Nancy and the story of the Senate impeachment? Is she really going to go through with it? Is she going to send the articles of impeachment to Senate? I see her sitting across the table from Mitch McConnell, and then she sent. There's like an envelope. This is an index card, but it's like a little envelope that she pushes to him. Then there's a note, and he opens it like this. So what does that mean? It's like I see her. God is coming. God coming. So she is alerting him to something. She's alerting him to what? What does it have to do with Trump and the impeachment? What does it have to do? We have more information, Trash. I'm gonna send you the article, but I can always get another one up there. So, but isn't that should she wait for something? Is she gonna wait for something? What is happening? She's on the phone with some people there. I think she knows a lot more, obviously, than we do, and she knows that there's more. I don't know, guys. Let's find out, okay? That's the sense that there is something. Okay, I don't know what. Like, so is this what's happening? Let's first ask this. What's happening with Nancy? What does she know that we don't know? Okay, what does she know that we don't know? She's looking at images. She's like in a dark room, like kind of like it's like someone projects like images or slides or something. This is the thing, him with like, Trump in the 80s and like traveling, images of him with like such and such. And then, oh my God, and then it shows, oh my God, the loan document that the person that he knew for years, for like back in like 20, 30 years ago, however long, I don't know, signed the document of the loan. Like he has a relationship with this person that goes way back. Okay. And so that's that. She knows that, but why? Okay, why can it be part of it? Yeah, it is part of it. It is gonna. Oh wow, it is part of it. And this is like I see that she presents. It's another strange image of like a gift. Imagine like a Christmas gift, but big, a box that is very big, like gift wrapped. And then she hands it you, and it's like it opens, and that's the truth about all of this. It's a little bit like that image of the Greek. Is it a Greek myth of the Troy? Is that right? The Troy. What is that? The horse made out of wood. Helen of Troy. Is that the one that they send the horse, and it's inside the horse that's the and for the mayor. I give gift for you. I give a gift for him for Tartal. Tartal. Yeah, Tartal. Trojan horse. That's right. She's like, oh yeah, I'll give you a gift, but within the gift, that is the ending, like a big, big, big bombshell. Okay. So, yeah, Troy. So very interesting information. Okay, so next. So hi Jenny. Okay, so next. Okay, so there's a Trojan. Yeah. So she's like, okay, I'll give you this, and then there's a Trojan. That's right. But I don't feel that she's rushing though. That's the thing. And I don't know, it's not, how sometimes I feel like they push the news, they kind of like make it up or something. They say, oh, it's just sending, but she's not really. I don't know. I don't know if she's made any statements about it lately. I know yesterday she said she wasn't ready. So there is the thing. It's like a gift. It's presented as a big gift, but it's not. It's a big bombshell inside. Okay, so what is it? Yeah, it's about treasury, the loans. Deutsche Bank. Yeah, I think it's financial stuff. Okay. Okay. And I see the Iranians laughing when the trash 1-800 trash time for you to go to hell. Okay, but I feel like they're laughing. They're laughing. Why are they laughing? Because they and there's I still think that there's something there where like, you know how like sometimes something comes out as news and then it's a signal that something is gonna come out. You know what I mean? They could hello Iran. Yeah, are you listening? Huh? Are you listening? Huh? Huh? No, I can't say that. No. Well, you know what I mean. Like, what if they had info? Could be amazing. I have information. I have it on my house. I have it. I have it. I have it. I have it. That'll be nice. I keep dreaming, you know, but it's like it's just they're laughing though. They're laughing, so I don't know what that means. Why are they laughing? Because he's full of shit. He's a liar. He, you know, the truth about him basically came out. It sounds like okay. So that is truth. That is truth. Yeah. Okay. So that's the story. So what? Okay. So what is Nancy gonna do? I understand that she had. Okay. So what is she gonna do next week? She's like, wait, wait. She's saying this. She's like, wait, no, not now. Wait. So what's she gonna do? Okay, let's gonna get. She's like, let's say February. Like she's and now I'm getting the date of Valentine's Day, which February 14th, but then before, so maybe the first week or February, something like she's gonna really. I don't know if she's. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Is this gonna happen in January? Is this trial gonna be set up for January or not? What the hell? Is it, they want it to be done soon. Is it going to be done soon or not? She's like, well, but you know, Martin Luther King's holiday is on Monday, the 20th. So I don't know. I need more time to like, she's trying to like really push it as far as she can. Okay. And then I also see her talking, you know, having some sort of conference with the SCOTUS head, you know, the guy, Roberts, and Tartal, how conversations. So trying to like organize it and see through it, you know what I mean? I think they because maybe the image guys of the gift, the big large gift is this is that the Republicans think they have I have it. It's gonna go through. It's not gonna be charged. It's not gonna. And then in the midst of this is more comes more information. Okay, but I just feel like out of all the things, this is pretty dangerous to me. You know, it sounds like pretty dangerous, right? So yeah. Oh, guys, oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Before, that's right. You know what? People have been asking me about this on and off. Let's ask about it. The State of Union address. What's going to happen, right? If it's going to happen before or after. Okay. So, is this going to? Okay. So let's say State of the Union. Let's say. So let's go to the this February 4th. State of Union. The trial of Senate. Is it going to happen before or after? So I know, guys, I'm gonna get cards. Okay, I know, I keep shuffling, I keep doing things, but you know what? It's so strange. This image. First, I saw the image that Trump is being led. Someone said, "Here's the exit. The exit is over there. Oh, you see, exit. Go that way. Exit. Just go that way." And then, he kind of leans towards the exit, like as he's pressing, then someone kicks him, like pushes him out by pushing his butt with his feet. Okay, so he's trying to leave, or he has to. It almost, but the sense I get here is it's a back door. Okay, that he's trying to leave, and it's unclear to me. I see, I see that. How do you call it? I see the thing being, again, being planned. The State of the Union is going to happen. And then he finds an exit sign. So, but it's not clear to me if it's before or after. It just seems like I did not see us, again, the trial. There's some significant events that happen and he finds exit in the back door and doesn't come back. Okay, but I don't, let me see here, guys, the cards. As you know, timing is difficult. Okay. So this is it. Okay. Janie says, Susan, what guys, Susan Collins, I'm sorry, she's a waste of space. She's useless. Ever since the trial, I feel like we should not listen to anything the Republicans say. We should not trust them as with anything. Okay. I think they just say it because they have to say something. I do not think they mean anything they say. I really don't. I do not trust. This is why it's hard to believe anything's gonna. Do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna do exactly like they did in Kavanaugh? Oh no, I'm really thinking about it. I'm really observing. I am. I'm observing. I'm listening. No, you're not. You already had. Does anybody really think that they're gonna be like suddenly like turn around? Okay. I don't think. Seriously. At least the guy, the Mike guy, whatever, was pretty significant that he called out the Iran thing and he said what he said. But this Susan Collins is just like such a waste of space. I mean, she's like totally, what is the point of, like, she might as well not say anything. Yeah. She's like, oh, I really need. It's like, it's almost like she figure out, somebody told her, she probably paid some firm to say, oh yeah, what should I say? Should just say that you're like, you want witnesses. That's a good answer. Because then you could be like, when you're trying to get elected again, you know what? Then like you could say, I did something. You could be like, this is the evidence that I did something. I really did. I really did something. So it's kind of like, I don't think, whatever comes out of their mouths like that, really, I do not take it for anything, it's not truth. Okay, so all right, so tell us here. Some reason I want to start with it. So tell us about the State of the Union address. Will Trump? Well, first of all, will Trump be at the State of the Union address? Guys, you know what I see? This is so creepy. Like, as you know, I watched the documentary many times, the one of PBS about the Iran thing. And at one point there was this image of like when Saddam, because it's a huge documentary about Iran, Saudi Arabian history, recent history of the Middle East. So then there's this image of like when Saddam left the Iraq government, there was a statue of him that fell. And that's the same image I see of Trump, a statue of him falling. When I ask the question, is he going to speak? There's a statue of him falling. So in other words, what does this mean? It means that no, most likely not. Okay. But like I said, guys, you should not listen to me in terms of timing. It never is exactly right, but that's so okay. So is Trump going to be at his State of the Union? Let's say here 1 second. Oh, look at this guy. It's interesting because the guy is leaving. He's coming in from a window. He's a theft. But it'd be interesting. He left from the window, got stuck. We had to call the fire department. Oh no, sad, crying, huh? Crying. Oh no, look. This is the young woman, lack of experience. So is he gonna speak? Oh no, a relationship. Have a shady relationship came out about to me. I have. Oh look, interesting breakthrough and good. It's almost like the right is like the star here is a really good. This is a kind of there's a the star has a lot, like I always see it as the spiritual path. Okay, and this is a victory or like a sharp cut. Okay. Hell yeah. Money. Oh, I find interesting. Money, really? Oh no, that's true. Money deal, money deal, money deal news. When the news comes, there is a cut. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So this is here. A woman. I wonder, is Nancy, huh? She's there, the new president. Oh, the White House upside down. Oh no, the gamblers. So we'll look foreign. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So is he gonna? I see Nancy at the podium. Is Nancy gonna be there instead? I know this is like, I almost like, but I need to ask question. I need to ask this question because it's not because somebody asked. I said, no, don't ask question, during. No, but really, but I was like, I did see her though. Now I was like, she's like in the guys, I'm testing the microphone. Okay. Since he's not here, I need to say something. Oh, is she gonna be there? Oh no. She gonna be there. Oh god, look, guys, look at this. Strength upside down. This is the tower is falling and there's a defeat. So he's very weak. He's very weak. He was defeated, has to go. He's not gonna be there, it sounds like. The man is a man. Is it the man? What does say, no? Yeah, I feel like there's revelation about some sort of relationship that Trump has had. Not like love relationship, but business relationship. Okay. Oh, letter. I have letter. Letter. Wow. So, oh look, guys. This card comes out a lot. This is important revelation. So it's something big that's coming. Okay. Still showing business partners. Okay. A deal. A long time yeah. So anyway, guys, I think this is what it's indicating. This is what it's indicate. Okay. Oh, interesting. She'll be there anyway. But Debbie's like, I'm like, oh, okay. So is she gonna? Okay, now go back. So will Trump's okay? Tell me about the impeachment trial. Will the impeachment trial happen before the State of the Union? Disappointment, losing control. Wow, look, the death. Moving on, this losing control things, like in other words, either trying to control, losing control, and the death, like something has to end. Like could be forced to end. But let's see, personal money, corruption, guilt. Oh, who is it? Oh no, look, money, guys. Why does it come out so much? The money losses, bankruptcy. This is the mother, or like how this is warmth, okay, feelings for someone or something hopeless. So the rapprochement. In other words, I feel like he has it. It's saying, "Oh, prison. I find that prison stuck. Oh, he's a ghost. He could go to prison because his domestic enemy, the woman, the one exposes the quid pro quo. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So guys, let's wait and see. Okay, I don't know what to say about it. It feels like something causes it. It's almost like my sense from all these cards, and it's been saying, oh, I'm sorry, this thing seems to repeat itself a lot, right, lately. In other words, there's some sort of bigger revelation that comes, and then the whole thing is forced to end. There's and it has to end, almost like loses momentum completely. I don't know. That's what it's suggesting. Okay, I don't know, but still, I don't know that we should, or like I said, like even the version said, like we should necessarily trust that it's like, oh, it's 100% right. It's just this thing. Okay. So, okay. Okay. So next. I just see, guys, it's so funny. I hope it happens like this because it's like my sense is that he doesn't look like someone's just, where is he's like, where is the exit? Where is the exit door? There. He tries to exit. He exits through the back door. Like he has to leave, but behind, he never says goodbye. No, never say goodbye. Never say goodbye. Never say goodbye. Never say goodbye. I found the found the door to the exit floor. So anyway, so it's just like he's trying to escape. Really, that's my sense. Is okay. So what is Trump feeling with okay, let's now go ask it from a different perspective. Okay, is he gonna leave? What is he gonna say at the State of the Union? Is he gonna be there? What the hell? What's gonna happen? Is he gonna speak? Is Trump gonna be there? I'm sorry, guys. I'm repeating myself. It's too much. It's too much, right? It's too much. It's too much, right? It's too much. Oh, yeah. It's too much, I think. Okay. I'm asking too many the same question over and over again. Uh, I'm trying to think. So okay, so then there's another question. So is Nancy gonna is okay? Will Nancy Pelosi send the articles of impeachment as they are today to Mitch McConnell? You know, in the next couple of weeks. Okay, let's just ask like this before February. Okay, let's just ask that. Is she gonna do that? Let's see what it says. Oh no. Oh, momentum losing, huh? Is it true? Hmm. Yeah, this is kind of like the energy not so good here. Not so good. Election or path. Oh, blockage. There's a blockage, really? Oh, he's a spy. He's bad person. Is he bad person? Is she gonna send the articles of impeachment? Kissing ass. Okay. What else here? Wait. Oh yeah. I'm waiting, bitch. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting, bitch. I'm waiting for you right now. I'm waiting. I'm on the corner. I'm on the corner. I'm gonna be there hanging out, just watching him come by. Eat him alive. Look, wait. I'm gonna be waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. A little angry. Oh, it's just waiting. Interesting. I'm waiting. Mm-hmm. Oh, what is this? How? The foreign enemy. Wrong solution. So, so the answer is okay. Now let's go here. Stay here. Okay, let's go here. Go here. Okay. Look, I have cutting board here instead of thing. Okay, so it's actually nice. I like it. Oh, can you see it? Can you see it like this? Okay, so if you don't mind, I'm looking. This. Okay, so just looking at the cards like this, guys, I get the sense that um this is like the connections, the Trump's connections to the flatterer. Like he's a flattering somebody because of the elections, and this is a buzzkill, okay, to a degree. Now this is a foreign enemy, waiting for the foreign enemy and blockages, and things are not, it's blocked until, in other words, I don't see, of course it could be wrong and everything, but no, it does not look like he moves very much. The opposite, like you could say the pathway could, maybe if it's not election, then it's moving on, going to the path, is the path is blocked because of the betrayal. Okay, so there's a lot of anger, and this is like, so okay, so she's waiting. Okay, that's that's clear to me, right? So okay, so is Trump, will Trump be there? Okay, you know what? Let's ask. Let's guys. You know, I'm sorry. Like you probably like annoyed at me because I'm like asking the same question. So where is if Trump is not at the State of the Union address? Where is he going to be? On where is Trump going to be on February 4th? Okay. Oh, where is he going to be on February 4th? Let's see here. What is it like? Let's see. Oh, if he's not there, where's? Oh, he's going to go take ship of fools. Propaganda. He's looking at money, trying to move on, trying to take the. I have ship that I need to go. I need to go to ship. It's now. It's now time. Now. I need to go. I need to go catch bus. Answer important revelations about money. Oh no, Kata, important. Ow, ouch. So the important revelation, the answer, Katrien. Oh, God, secret come. Secret come about him. Sudden secret? Yeah, important sudden secret. Yeah, yeah, important secret. Oh, that he is unstable. It's like, oh no, trapped. That's right. I'm unstable. I'm trapped. That's correct. That's correct. And now this is interesting because this is negative gossip, and this card is very similar to this information, negative gossip. Okay, so oh no, message. The bad news for him, huh? Oh, letter. Yes, I have a letter for you. It's bad letter. A messenger bring letter for him. Oh no, the letter, guys. It's the same thing over and over again. The messenger brings the letter that has the smoking gun evidence. So he has to. Where's the exit? I need to catch. I need to catch my transportations. I need to catch transportations. I need to catch it. I need to catch it because there is a site cutting me, cutting me, cutting me. I need transportation. Letter, bad letter for me. Come. I'm trapped. I'm trapped. So, yeah, no, guys, stop. Oh my gosh, already the conspiracy theories, like the whole fake death. No, it's not gonna be like, okay, just, oh my God, no, just get it. I don't think he's gonna die. I really don't. Okay, I hope not. I really don't want him to die. I want him just to be alive, and so that people could see him leaving. Okay, please, no death. Okay, so it's just like he leaves like on the down low. He tries to escape. So that's the sense. He feels by the time the February 4th, feels like he's trapped. This information is coming. He doesn't know how to go. He's like trapped. So I don't think, we'll see, guys. Now I need to move on, but that's the picture. You got pictured, right? Right? A joke for him to escape. Yeah. So I don't know. That's my sense, is that there's a paralysis, and when the stuff comes, he just doesn't want to face anyone. He has to be alive. He can't die. I do not want him to die. Please protect everything, because this will be terrible if he dies like this. He needs to see his own downfall. Okay, and we need to see it too, everybody. Okay. Okay, now important. Now let me go to other questions. Now the other questions of today. It was interesting, guys. I in other words, the stuff seems to be very stable. The perception that something's going to happen like this, right? Right. So okay. Now let's go to questions. So story keeps changing about the soul. Okay, guys, let me go to the other question here instead of like asking you all little bits about Iran. Obviously, they're all lying. Okay, and they can't get their story together. It's basic like crime show 101. A person keeps changing story. They, and I was just listening to, I turned it off. I think it was Nicole Wallace. They're like, okay, so he said first there was like one embassy attack, and then two, and then four. But they said, oh, there's imminent threat. And like, where is it? Oh no, we can't talk about it. No, we know it's true, but we don't know have information. Like, really. So 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 my question then is that the bottom line question, guys, really is, who is he lying for? Who is Mike Pompeo lying for other than Trump? Because clearly, guys, if they did you see the news that they tried to kill the guy in Yemen and didn't succeed? This was a carefully planned operation. Okay, so what are they trying to lie for? Okay, who are they protecting here? Okay, it's not, because I really don't believe, guys, that Trump is the person who makes the decisions. He's a soldier. There's always somebody behind. We looked into it before, but that's right. That's my sense, that I don't believe that he's very, you know what I mean? So okay, so who is Mike Pompeo and all these people protecting? Because somebody, they're protecting something or someone. Either it's an agenda, it's a goal, or what is it? Who are they protecting? You know who I see right away is MBS, the Saudi Arabia guy. Right away, I see like a big image of him. They're like, we owe him that. Because guys, it's telling me, and I'm remembering. Do you remember how Trump the first place that he visited after he was elected, right? He basically he was his I mean his mandate started whatever, right? He started his thing. He went to Saudi Arabia. That's the first thing. And then do you remember there was like I don't know when this was, but there was like the convention of evangelicals. They flew over to Saudi Arabia. Do you remember this? This is like I don't know when, not that long ago, but they like we flew over to Saudi Arabia. They all flew over to Saudi Arabia, and they're like all supporting, you know what I mean? So 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 that is like why they okay. So who are they? Tell me again. There, I see right away. That's one person they say MBS. That's like MBS right there, like the face of him. He's like, I want what I want. Oh, this is what he's saying. He's like, what I want is to take over the Middle East. Iran is on my way. Iran is on my way. I pay you $80 billion. Like they have more money than God knows what. So money is not the issue. It's like here's you know he's like is like billions. So they're like, hey, let me get some money. Guys, unfortunately, like what it is like it's gonna sound very vulgar thing, but it's sort of like MBS is the patron of the strip club known as the Trump administration. You know, you know what I mean? Like a high-end strip club known, and everybody in the Trump administration is a stripper, is a hoe. Like I'm sorry, no, strippers not hoes. No, it's not. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. Sorry, I apologize. What I mean by that is like it's like you know here's dollars for you, dollars. You know what I mean? That's who they are. They're like the woman. You know what I mean? Who unfortunately I don't want to say woman, but it's sort of like they're like dollars. Here's let me grab the money. Like unfortunately, that's it. Okay, that's it. They're gonna twerk. Trump's gonna twerk for the bill. What does whatever for the $1 billion. You know, you know what I mean? He's like he's gonna he would do anything, guys. Seriously, he does anything for the money. Does anything for the money. Okay, he does anything for the money. That's it. It's like, oh yeah, let me get dollars, billion. How much? Oh. So, they're saying it's actually very easy. Trump putting singles into his single billions, seriously, like into the G string of his. Very attractive. So, you know what I mean? So it's like, so, I'd work for MBS, I'd work for him, I'd work for him. So, so, so guys, that's my sense. Now, is it true? Is it true that it's Saudi Arabia? Like that's what it's saying. That MBS knows that everything, the time is coming, and the whole thing is that he said, I give you billions. You have to change the Middle East. Jared, that was your portfolio, Jared. Jared, that was your portfolio. You're supposed to give me the Middle East. What are you doing, Jared? I bought you. You're supposed to give me the Middle East. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the Middle East. I'm waiting for the Middle East. What the hell's going on? I was like, okay. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I really believe is like the whole, and then they're like, oh,
Oh, and yes, don't worry about it. I am talking to Ivanka. She'll be right on the line. Yeah, I heard, like I'm talking to Israel and they said the guy's like around, he's coming. So as soon as he lands, we're gonna like put a bomb. Well, the bomb is already like around. hmm Yeah. So then when he lands, we're like gonna explode a few things. You know what I mean? Whatever. Who cares about them? We're like really strong. You know what I mean? I mean, you're strong. Uh, so like, right?
so because really, guys, unfortunately, I wish it's almost like when I stop and think about, I should not be laughing because it's terrible, but like that's what it feels like. They want to give the win to MBS. They want to tip the scale to Saudi Arabia. That's what we're saying. They want to tip the scale to Saudi Arabia. But it's like, but then okay, but then why is it that Saudi Arabia got mad? because he screwed up. It was heavy-handed. It doesn't work like that in the Middle East. They're like, no, that's not what we meant. They were sort of like, it wasn't that literal. I don't know. I'm confused here. Okay, but let me just ask. So who is it? What was the plan? You know what? What was the plan? Maybe this is the better question. What was the plan? The plan was to like put Iran in their place. Put them in their place. Huh. Right? They really wanted to tip the scale in the Middle East. They wanted to close, it's like close down the walls. And that's what they're afraid of, the Iran. It's true, guys. It is a dangerous situation with Hezbollah because Hezbollah is right there near Israel, and they're not playing. They're not playing. Hezbollah's not playing. They were like, hello. Guys, I was listening because I listen to these things over, and they were saying that in the part of so as you know, there's a Shia and the Sunni, and the Shia, which is the Iron people, there's a part of the Quran that they believe in, that the Ali, who is like the guy who's supposed to be like the Prophet Muhammad, he's like his descendant or something. So the whole story about Ali is that he was like suffered a lot, and that his whole life is like in a weird way, guys. It seems very very Catholic to me. It's so interesting because to me, I see these parallels, right? Like that he suffered a lot, he went through so much, he was oppressed or whatever, right? So then because of this, that's how they like look. I'm like Ali, I sacrificed myself, I could die, I don't care about dying. So that's dangerous, you know, sense. It's dangerous. So anyways, so so they're not afraid. They're not afraid, okay? So then, but this is what I don't understand. Are these people are really as stupid as they sound? Because Jared's like, no, just like seriously, he's like, let's put a wall. We should have like a wall. Can we have a wall and like we block Iran? Just don't go through. Just don't. Just stay there. There's a wall here. Just don't cross. Don't cross. Like, why do you have to cross? Why do you have to cross? Because you know what I mean. He thinks there's people are so dumb. I cannot believe how dumb these people are. Seriously, they really, because Jared, the thing is, Jared is so desperate for money that he thinks that money is everything. He really does. And the reality, the people that win, they're like that desperate, they're poor, they will do anything. They will survive because they're being their lives are under threat constantly. They don't care. They want to survive no matter what. It's not like, oh, like that's a problem with the Saudis, that they don't have an arm. Their army is like not, they don't have the internal thing, and the Iranians and the Hezbollah has. So that's what the danger is for them, is because the resolve, you know what I mean? That's the thing that they can't. Okay, so that was it. That was it. Put Iran down. This is the thing. That's what I was saying, guys. Also, the MBS wanted the nuclear powers, and he wanted this and that, and that's that. They were doing whatever Saudi thing wants. Okay, but it didn't work. It clearly didn't work. Okay, next. Okay, does it make sense, guys? I think it does, right? That's the thing. They're doing the things so they can all collect the money. I am stripper for the government. I get cash from MBS. Okay, okay. Next. So news comes out that the U.S. tried to take down an Iranian in Yemen. A war that's the other issue, guys. This war in Yemen is supposedly one of the most horrible things that's happening. All kinds of human rights abuses, people dying left and right, millions. But it's why is this? It's big because Saudi Arabia this is another proxy war of theirs. Okay, is like where like they don't want. It's right next to. It's like right below Saudi Arabia is another important area, and there's the same thing, the Saudi Arabia versus Iran, and the U.S. is with Saudi Arabia. So they try to kill the guy. Didn't work, huh? Didn't work. What happened? What happened? So okay. So so what happens now that this news comes out? You know what I mean? Like, hello, it's not okay. What happens now? The news came out. They were not. This was not the only thing they were trying to do. Oh, guys, the moon. This card. Can I tell you? This card kind of scares me nowadays. Look, the moon. When it's kind of scary because look, this shows that we don't know the full truth. Is not out there yet. So what were their plans? In the middle of the night, oh look, justice upside down. What's gonna happen to them? Okay, oh look. If this is true, remember the image of the moon, like in the middle of the night, when the darkness is the darkest, the light comes, and justice is gonna decide against them, is gonna take the victory down. The offer becomes public from the offer. You see, but maybe if this is it, if this is a story about how the Saudis pay them. Oh, look, the fake friend, losses, the widow, and the cheating. So what about the fail? I just want here. The baby. Oh, who the baby? It's difficult information about baby comes out. Okay, it's hopeless. That's right. So if you know what I mean, if he's a fake friend, that's right. So that's what guys. It's still it connects to all the other things we're saying, that there's stuff, more information comes out about them that is very harmful, and things look really, really bad for Trump. Okay. Okay. Next. Okay. 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 So failed. Okay. So what happens next? What about their attack? Are they going to continue to attack Iran? And are they going to get away with it? There's, I want to kill them. The national, was that the guards, something guards, the guards of, the Iranian, I forgot the name. There's a name for them. They're like the something guards. Okay. So okay. Guys, okay, 1 second here. Okay. Hmm. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, guys, because I see them hitting a building, that eventually Iran hitting a building, a Trump Tower in the middle. Does Trump have a Trump Tower in the Middle East, in some country there? It's like a tall white building. It says, okay, around the world in 10 Trump Tower. Let's see here. It's a white building. I don't know if they exist, but let's see if it looks like what I saw. So anyway, so I don't think he's going to continue to do that, and it's going to be like, let's see. I'm sorry, I'm scrolling here to see if it looks anything like what I saw. This, what is that? Trinity Isles Beach, Trump Soho. What is this? Manila. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I really don't know. It doesn't look like it. Okay, do you say Dubai Trump Tower? Yeah, I don't know that it. Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter, guys. So in other words, I think they're gonna hit. They're laughing. They're like, he can't necessarily reach them. Okay. So I see his building. It could also again be symbolic that it falls apart. One of his buildings just falls apart, and but by the time this, I also feel like that when they hit the building of his, he's not in office anymore. But the whole thing of that has a, just like Saddam Hussein. Think about it, like the dictator. Like once he goes down, everything that is close to him goes down. Everything that is associated with him goes down. Okay, so the same thing here. Okay. So what happens to Iran? Like, let's say this year, as Trump is leaving or not leaving, what happens to them? I see them again in a horse. They are like, kind of like an image of the horse, and they go they go into, I think they are like celebrating more territory. Thank you for giving Iraq. And maybe that's what it is. I don't think that it solves very easily. Okay. So anyway. Okay, guys, I'm not gonna, I know there's like, okay, first of all, like, I don't know where this story comes in. I know is it the Baku Towers or something? If if you don't know, people who do business with Iran, it's illegal, right? Actually, that's the sanctions. You can't do business in Iran. That's the whole point. Okay, so I don't know. There's a conspiracy theory going out there. Okay, so Iran, I don't know, guys. Please do research about Iran. Okay, watch documentaries about Iran. Like, it's not okay. It's not how it is. Okay, but I'm gonna delete it because I don't want to get confusion here. Okay, so if you don't know anything about it, if you don't have a concrete evidence, and if it's hearsay, I don't want to hear about it. Okay, somebody, like I said before, somebody sent me some article that said that Trump was trying to do some business with somebody who's associated with whatever guards, those Iran guards or whatever. and like, oh, that's proof that the general did business with him. I'm like, where's the proof here? There's no proof. So unless you have actual evidence, it becomes, it's all like bullshit. Okay, it's like at this stage, you know what I mean. Unless it's concrete, okay, I'm not gonna accept it because it's confusing, it's disinformation and all of that. Even if it's not done intentionally. Okay, I know Barb, I know you're a legit person, but there's a lot of people, pushing this information, and I don't want to be a place where that's, that's a place. Anyway, so that's the point. The point is that Iran, and like, if you guys, this is why I get mad sometimes at people that like Iran is not like, you know what I mean? If you think Jared is very connected to Israel, whatever, Iran is the biggest enemy of one of the biggest enemies of Israel. Okay, so there's no way that they're going to be in bed with Iran and also with Israel. That doesn't these two things can't be true at the same time. Okay, it's impossible, really. Like, it's not going to work if there were to, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of incongruencies that have to be resolved before some of these things, these claims, I guess. Okay, so anyway, so that's a story about this. Okay, so so let's see what's next. But I still see, what I see here is, again, Iran getting more territory in Iraq, and the US leaving the Middle East, essentially, which is what they wanted this whole time. Not leaving completely, but like really diminishing drastically their presence in the Middle East. Okay, and I do not see, like I said, this whole situation with like a war thing, they're gonna have to come together, eventually, and like, that's my sense. Okay, so that's the story. So so that's that. Now, the thing about, and also the thing about Iran that you should know, in terms of like, think about, if you when you look up this information, try to look up the context, like I said, the historical context of all of this, and don't let it just like, oh, there's Trump, then you forget about everything. Look at, the thing about Iran is that Turkey is has a pretty, how do you say it? They have some relationships, I believe. Okay, the Turkey and Iran. So of course, if they have business with Turkey, then it's a little bit more porous among the allies, because like I said before, Trump has done a lot of business with Russia, and Russia and Turkey, to a degree, are allies. The Russia and I are 100% partners. I think Turkey, to a degree, and that's one of the things, one of the reasons the guy that, remember the guy connected to the Turkish government, he was arrested here because of this, because he did business with Iran in terms of gold trading, something like that. I don't remember exactly. So see what I'm saying? you know, so that's the story. Like, that's why it's all a little bit porous, but you have to stop and then think of the bigger picture of the Iran versus the rest of like the Middle East. There's like the Turkey is a whole other ballgame. I really don't know much about Turkey and their historically anything, but you see what I'm saying? Like, I think Trump's would do business with anybody who paid. It's not, but to see that, if you look, I said, you have to do some research on the history of Iran and why it's very unlikely that they could have any like a deep relationship with Iran. Because the whole government of Iran, the reason why they exist is to be anti-American. Like, their whole history is like, we're going to refuse the colonialism of the US. We're going to refuse the fake kings they put here. And we're going to have our own government. But in order to do that, we have to get rid of American influence, because the thing about, if you look again, go back to the history of Iran and see how many times the US and Britain try to like put the king there. Like, the guy was left once, they removed the guy again, they came back. So it's like they got so tired of American influence, really like exactly sort of like worse, how this is an argument that it's not, I'm gonna make this argument, but it's sort of like, we complain about Russia meddling in our elections. The US truly controlled completely the Iranian situation until they said no, but they had to be so radical and harsh because of that. So anyway, so that's what I'm saying. Like, when people make these arguments like, oh, they're doing business, like, you have to take it with a real like grain of salt here. Okay, and think about, you really, either you have, like, for example, the Iran Contra situation, where there were all these hostages in Beirut, including the guy who was the head of the CIA in Lebanon, and another military person, who both were killed by essentially Hezbollah in the 80s, right? And then at the same time, they wanted to liberate these hostages, and they would do anything, and they try, long story. So they try to negotiate to get the arms, whatever, long story. So to sell them arms, right? That's contextual and congruent historically. But other things, you know what I mean? This is like why you kind of have to really think about it like this. I'm sorry to be an asshole and asshole, but I'm being like I'm like pushing this because I feel like in some ways my role is really to educate people, I guess, because I didn't know a lot about this, but when you start to find out, you really have to do the work to educate yourself about all of this, because that's why we're, think about it, how dangerous it is. They're dealing with this, the American populace, that even the most educated people are not aware of what's going on at all. Like it is very complicated, to be honest. But until we get informed, we can't just be pushing stuff. When you hear things, try to look it up, try to see the context, try to, you know what I mean? So anyway, so going back here, so like I go speech, I go rant, I rant. Okay, next. Okay, now, okay, we talk about, okay, so we talked about, okay, so then the missing questions here I'm going to look into are, this is a really interesting, okay, let me ask about Mnuchin. So this is an like unrelated but kind of shady thing. Mnuchin is like doesn't want to talk about how much money Trump spends on his trips to Mar-a-Lago or whatever, right? Something like that. Like it's like so shady. The thing is like it's very wrong. Like there's a whole, what they're doing. Why is Mnuchin not wanting to show? Oh my God, they are like raking in the box from the government, and they're like, I see a picture of him putting money in the pocket. He takes some of the money. Like that's what it's suggesting here, is that, oh my God, so Trump is like, yeah, just put just charge it to my name, and then I'll give you a cut. Like there's some deal, some shady deal here with like all the expenses they're getting. They're asking the government to fund their bullshit lifestyle. You know, so like, you know what I mean? So wow, that's crazy, guys. That's crazy. Wow. Oh my God. Okay, so yeah, more corruption. Obviously, why? Why? Simple answer. Because he's doing it to enrich himself. The reason, like, it's not even about the. You see, he doesn't even golf that much. I mean, he golfs, of course, and he has to show that he's golfing. But the point is just to charge the government money, because he's saying that Trump is cash poor, and believe it or not, like that was a really great way to get cash flow. What is he hiding? Manipulations. It's money. Look, money. Manipulation, trying to assert himself. Talking about what they want, the baby. Conversations about their goals with baby. Conversations about their goals connected to what he wants. That's right. They have whatever goal he has. Oh, look, impeachments. Oh, they're not. Oh, that's right. They don't want to talk about it because of the impeachment. That makes sense. But could even be more shady stuff. Oh my God, look. Oh, find it interesting. Look. Impeachment. It's so whatever is related to this Mar-a-Lago situation even affects the impeachment. This is worry. He's worried about the impeachment. That's right. He's worried that the information connected to how much money Trump spends, it was another issue that could come out. It makes sense. So domestic, he's a maid. He's a maid. There's a good friend here. Strategy. So it's almost like this could be Nancy, because I think he's very highly aware of what Nancy, they're all digging finances. Okay. They're all digging finances, and that's part of it. Okay. So, okay. So that's interesting. That answers. Well, it makes sense. Like, because he commits crimes every day. So everything he does has to be covered up because he's a criminal. Oh, haha. No, that's no. I don't know. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Next. So, okay. Mar-a-Lago, Mnuchin, Eclipse. Okay, now let's go to the plane. This is an important question, guys. So I saw the thing about the wire, right? And then it turns out that it looks like Iran. There was this image that seems very credible. There was like a missile, and then the whole thing falls. But then why did I see the wire? Is this, some people were like, oh, somebody posted something on YouTube saying something like, Russia has a history of taking down commercial airplanes in the Ukraine, and like there's like all these things. I don't know. I could be wrong, of course, and it looks like, right, but but you know what I mean? So what is the story here? Am I, don't get me wrong, there's nothing, I'm not defensive about it. I just like to know the truth. Is it true that okay, let me just ask this. Is the image of the missile true? Is this true that Iran shot Canadian? Just tell me the truth, okay? Did this happen because Iran shot intentionally or not? Did Iran cause that or not? Okay, so what happened? Tell me. Okay, so I'm gonna try, guys. I know I don't necessarily like. I'm gonna try to contact basically the pilot of the airplane. What happened? What he saw? Was this a miss? I mean, maybe they probably don't have the time to even look at it. Okay, so what happened? Does anybody know on the other side? Okay, what happened? Tell me. Wrong. Lost. Okay, so. I don't, guys, I see that there's the first image I see is the moon again. There's this darkness and you can't really see what's going on. And there's that. And then the pilot is like desperate. We didn't know, but I think there was some explosion underneath, underneath before it wasn't like, for example, 9/11. I mean, obviously, no, sorry, that was a bad example, but it was like, it's not, in other words, I feel like before the thing hit, something happened. It wasn't just the thing, okay? So he's like, because I see the radar, he's trying to look at the radar and he's lost. He lost it. He lost the connection to the radar. There's just something where like he lost the radar, or like it was not found for a while. Like, wait, where are we now? We don't know where we are. Like if something like they lost something, they lost the direction. They didn't know where they were going. They couldn't see where they were going. Okay, and then there's like the kids are like, what? Boom. What? Like, 'cause he was so quick. Like, you know how when you take off, sometimes it takes a while to like find the footing or whatever you call it. It's not immediate. So they're like, where? Boom, then falls. So, okay, I understand. Now, I just want, please give me a very simple answer. Did Iran cause it, or was it sabotaged by somebody else? Pretending to be, whatever. Is this Iran's fault somehow? Is this Iran's fault? Let's see, Iran, not Iran. And why, if it wasn't Iran, then why the image of that missile? You know what, guys, this is it. Like, okay, so you know what I see? Can I tell you what I see more? It's a clarification of what I saw before. Do you remember how like, last time I saw this thing where like there's a passenger on the way to Iran, okay, that flew with, I feel like the person that may have caused it flew with the airplane, and this may have been arranged before. Like there was somebody who was a technical person involved in either the crew or whatever that is, or the company, I don't know what you call it, like who may have planted something before it entered Iran. Okay, my sense. And after, as it was returning, because he had to, because there's a, I do feel that there's a sense that there was something in it that was like a dormant. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how to. No, I don't have no idea how you do these things, but it's almost like you know, like it's some like somebody messes up. I told you it's like some sort of keyboard or something. They change or tweak or do something that it could cause something like this. Okay, so that when the time came, it was like easily, so much so that it was at the beginning of the flight. You know what I mean? This is what I think. It was like some sort of. I do think there was some sabotage to put the blame on, to say, you know what I mean, to confuse the waters further. I think. I don't know. I still, so okay, so and it's like, okay, so let's see here. Was Iran involved? Even if they didn't want it on purpose, it's not the point of like whether it's, you know, they did it on purpose or not. Is it, did this whole thing come from Iran, oh my God, Iran's government, Iran's agents, whatever you call it, okay? Yes or no? The past. Oh, look, the past could be that it was before. The woman, okay, somebody. Oh, look, hanged man. Hanged man waiting. So it could be, see what I'm saying? Like somebody may have done something waiting. Okay, but let's see all the information that it can give. Moon. Guys, why is so creepy? I have good ones. The moon again. Look how creepy it is. The moon at night, right? At night, the fighting. At night, fighting. Aggression. Oh my God, look. Death. Interesting. Okay. So in other words, but I want to know, is this foul play or what the hell is that? Okay. This is a person with money. It could be, oh, look, the law upside down. This is the oligarch. Financial discovery. This is contempt. Sickness. The law. Again, the law. Yeah, so my sense, guys, is that this was planted beforehand, okay? Whatever the thing that happened was planted beforehand. And this is like, there's a powerful person who may have ordered something like this to happen. And then contempt of sickness, because there's like, so who is this person? The law. What is why is the law? La sacerdote. That's right. Could also be the sacerdote, because, you know, Iran, the government people are like, they are like, what you call it? You know, religious, like leaders or whatever you call it, right? So there's like some sort of financial connection here. The weakness, anger, the law upright. Okay, weakness, anger, upright. Well, I'm getting here that the law, the stuff is gonna come out, okay? So what is the, okay, so tell me, what is the truth about this? What, you know, what are we going to find out about it? What else are we gonna learn? Okay. What else are we gonna learn about this? Oh, pressure, blackmail, owing money, the world upside down. Okay, what else are we gonna know about this accident? Woman opportunity for the older man. Okay. The White House opportunity for the older man. Oh my God, I can't. I just hope. Kool-Aid, man. Confidential. Okay. Conversation. There's like, and then what else? The big prize. Oh, disgrace. Look, disgrace. This could be the accident, could be this. The big prize turns into disgrace soon, or could lead to disgrace, or this is part of the picture, this part of the prize. So will justice be served? That's Donna's question. Will justice be served in the case of this airplane, and how? The devil, guys, upside down. Oh my God. Anger. So. Oh, look, this could even be the flight, guys. You see, because it's a card of like, this is a card of actual flight. Flight connected to government, exposed. Loyalty, financial, sadness, negative surprise, very bad, disagreement. So this is the connection to the government, the lines and everything like that. Okay. Yeah, I think I still, guys, okay, just seriously, guys, I think there's more to this story. I really do. Okay. I don't know how, it's not that I'm doubting that it, the image looks legit, and stuff like that, but I think there's more to this story. I think there's a sense, I saw also the face of the Ukrainian president, like very upset, very angry. Of course, regardless of who did it, he would be angry, but there's this information here. Okay, I think, so the answer is, I still believe there's a strong possibility there's foul play involved. And that it wasn't necessarily Iran. Like, I think they wanted to hurt Ukraine. Okay, my sense, more than, on the, how do you say it? Like on the side, on the down, I don't know. There's something more to it. So are we going to find out? Yes, there's recordings. They're saying there's recordings that they picked up on people in the area. There's something, guys. Oh my God. Yeah. CBS said that Iran will give the reason for the crash tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. It's not that I'm like, oh, I pro Iran, that I don't think they could have done it. But guys, this is one thing that came to my mind here. Maybe I should ask about it too. If because I watched the document. One of the issues that the Iran has a problems with the U.S. They feel really disrespected is that the U.S. said that it had shot. No, was it the Iran said that the U.S. shot down an airplane on Iran, like inside Iran, or so. I forgot what the story was. I don't remember the details. And that they said, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're sorry, it was an accident." Do you remember the story? I think it was in the 80s. I don't know. I read about it. I don't remember. I wasn't around, I guess. I don't know when what happened. So Iran feels like so disrespected that they shot down an airplane by mistake, I guess, and nobody ever apologized. So there's this is also complicates the story, because it's very, if the story is as what the US is trying to say, or like the allies are saying, it's similar to what the US did, you know what I mean? So what is the story here? What happened? Is it like this? They're telling me here, guys, that this airplane had a route. Interesting that there's a lot of, okay, this is the kind of thing, guys, I don't want to say, it's just very serious. Okay, yeah, it's not like we'll wait to see. This is the thing, we'll have to wait to see what happens. But my sense is this airplane had a route that was like, it was not just going to go to Iran. You know how like they change airplanes and they go to different countries. I think there's a lot of sabotage in Ukraine airplanes, I believe, and that it may be that this was, there's a lot of, we have to see what happens next, but there's more to the story. I don't know that it's necessarily that Iran shot the airplane, by mistake. I think there is more to it. Okay. And we're going to find out more. And guys, unfortunately, I see Trump also knowing something about it, like not in a good way. It could be something, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. There's something there. Do you guys feel it? I mean, it's not just because of feelings. I have to trust whatever the evidence, that exists. But like, I really just feel like there's more to the story. Okay, I could be, like I said, I could be wrong. Is this true? Okay, and just the last question, because I asked 100 times. Okay. Okay. So this is what I want to know. Is it true? I just tell me, is it true or not? Is it true that it was an accident, whether it was an accident or on purpose, that this, Iran pressed a button and it hit the airplane? Is it true? That's all I need to know. Is it true? Oh, unburdening. Somebody's gonna tell truth. Wrong focus. Is it true? I just need to know. Okay, is it true or not? Letter. Oh no, look, treachery. Treachery is not a good card for this. Oh, the clouds. Hidden under, okay, so there's either some sort of text information, like there's information that suggests that on the cloud, you guys, isn't it kind of creepy to think of the cloud? In this case, I do think it's a cloud. When they took off, there was some treachery here, okay? Okay, okay, losses, right? Somebody, this is the deaths. The White House upside down. Longing for, oh my God, it's, oh my God, the exposure of the foreign enemy, the death, right? When on the trip, oh my God, the death during the trip. You see, this is unfortunately, this is a trip, like a vacation trip to the countryside. The exposing the foreign enemy leads to that was involved in the trip, in the death during the trip to the countryside. Just again here. Yeah. So, guys, and this is like, I do not wish, this is like I said 100 times, like, please take it with a grain of salt, because this is a horrible thing. I do not wish this on, even the people that, whoever these evil people might have been who have planned it. I don't, I want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. This is very serious, it's not the kind of thing we want to say like this, but because they have the White House, guys, you know what I think? The White House upside down. I think there's possible that even Trump, like, there is something here where, like, they needed to, it's almost like they needed to close, to say that there's something, like, to say that the Iran had done something so badly that they were willing to do whatever it took to say that they did something. This is, in other words, I would not put it past them. Unfortunately, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, that's my sense. Okay, that's just my sense about it. I don't think it's such a simple thing as like, oh, look, the faction, as like, oh, the military attack, loyalist. Is that right? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, look, the trip, the befriend, loyalist, attack, separation. Yeah, you know what? I'm not 100% convinced that it was, that it was, it's almost too easy. You know what I mean? It seems almost too easy that it, like, because I do see the radar kind of going off, and it's almost as if like the plane was confused. My sense is the pilot didn't know where it was going. Like, wait, what? Where are we? Where are we? And then boom, whatever. Who knows what that is? I'm not a specialist, anything, but something's fishy here. Okay. And I don't know. I just, it's not that I'm like, oh, Iran, I love, Rosie loves Iran. Like, no, it's not that. It's more like, it doesn't make sense, from like, for the goals that Iran has to like shoot down, you know what I mean? You know how they arrest, like, over there, it's very sketchy. Like, you could get arrested, you could be you could, like, you could die, kill people, whatever, like, easily. It's not like there's like a law that you can't be arrested, it can be torture, whatever. Maybe there is, but the people, it happens all the time. So it's not as if they couldn't do something to these people if they wanted to. Why would they go all the, create this spectacle? You know what I mean? Like this, especially at this time, like, it makes no sense to me that there would be a goal, or that they would be like that dumb enough. Like, I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't know anything about airplanes or anything like that, but don't you think that you have to be pretty bad to be like, oh, especially those countries that are constantly at war, like, they probably know that you can't, like, the missiles are gonna go in the airport area. You know what I mean? It's kind of strange. You know, I mean, seriously, like, I don't know. It's just, to me, I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me. It just doesn't. And that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, this is not to say that as somebody who knows why. Only time will tell. But if you ask me, you know what? Let's ask Boris. Boris, are you around? I need help, Boris. Is it true? Boris, what do you have to say to me? Huh? Boris. You know what I see? Okay, so Boris, I think it's possible that, okay, I'm just saying, he's saying, he's first he's showing the image of like, he's like, I was kind of, I'm almost Persian. I am almost Persian. I am from this country, like a stun, something stun. I don't know where he's from, guys, but he's one of those countries. You know, he's like, you know, I think he's from like one of those places. You know what I mean? Like, because like, I don't know what stun something. You know, those countries that are sort of like close to Iran. You know what I'm talking about? I know many. Stun or stun. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, do you remember? I remember I looked at where he was from, but I think it was Siberia. I don't know, guys. I don't know where. I don't. Do you remember this? That I asked where he was from. Okay, let's say where he was born. Isn't that Borisovsky? Is a town. Remember? I remember this. Borisovsky is wait. Where was he born? I don't know, guys. Where? Okay, Boris. Let's see where he was born. Okay, please, guys, please feel free to go. Okay, I'm keeping you here. Borisovsky. Wiki. Okay, so let's see here where he was born. Okay. Okay, so where was he born? I was born in Moscow. Yeah, I don't know. There's something, but I think his background, what I mean by that is like his family. He's not like a quote unquote white Russian guy. He's like, there's something where he is from. Okay. I don't know, whatever he's like, Jewish heritage. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where he is. Okay. So, but basically, like he feels like he was one of those Kazakh. I don't know. We know they talk about those places. So he felt like he was kind of connected to them in some way. Just he sympathized with them. And then the bottom line I want to tell you is he showed me this image of them crying. They're like, oh, they're very upset about it. They're like, I don't know what happened. It's so upsetting. It's awful. They feel bad. And then he shows the face of Putin. Putin's like, poker face. He's not happy. You know, Putin's not happy. He's like this. And I feel like, because he's so seems so diabolical, this whole thing. Okay. So I feel like it's, I would, I'm almost inclined to think that they had sabotaged these airplanes on the way back. I think, you know what I think? I think this is what I would like to know, if I don't know where we would find out. But you know how it's like, what route would this airplane go afterwards or before? Because I feel like there was something where, you know what I mean, it may have been an accident that it exploded just then. I don't know. But it definitely, there had been sort of sabotage. But to think, it's almost unthinkable that that it would be because they're allies. It doesn't make sense to me that they would, but that's what it shows. Okay, that it's possible that they wanted them to be maligned, okay, in some way. So anyway, so that's the story, guys, right? Don't you think it seems like, I don't know, I just can't let it sit like that. It seems very like almost impossible that they could do something like this. Like a country that is constantly like, they're always like sending missiles over to like Israel or whatever, Israel something like that. I just think it seems so strange to me. Yeah. That, that like, I don't know, that they would do, what I mean? They were like so like silly. Like and I don't even know how, like, isn't that the air, I don't know, guys, anything about the height of airplanes and like who knows what, but it just seems like, oh, that there's an airplane in there, like on the way was the missile, like I don't know, it does not feel right to me. Okay, so okay, so that's the story. Okay, so sorry, guys, feel free to go. Do you have any more questions? I know it's 2 hours now. 2 hours, only 2 hours. Oh, really? Russian ship came. I didn't know. I didn't see the Russian ship. What's going on? Let me ask. What's going on with the Russian ship? He's pushing, guys, because this whole time, as we trash is asleep at the wheel. Putin is moving. Putin's been very busy. As Trump is like, he's putting Trump asleep. He's debilitating Trump. Like he's taking advantage of the fact that Trump is asleep at the wheel, and the U.S. is, let's get real, is under extreme instability. Like Trump, he's not governing, right? We could say that he's busy creating distractions. That's all he does is create distractions. He can't be like a government. He can't act like a government, right? So if you think about it, this is serious, you know what I mean? Think about it, how bad it is. He's just moving along, like he's moving along in his goals. He's not stopping. While Trump is like, let me create a distraction, he's actually working, doing his thing. So they're taking advantage, guys, honestly. And Putin is very much like he's a bully. He really loves like taking advantage of weaknesses. Okay. So yeah, this is the same, but this is like a normal thing that they do in the with the military stuff. Like they saying something like that they very much like they like to troll, basically. Okay. And I feel like they're sending from his perspective, he's sending a message of support to the Iranians. You know what I mean? Like at the same time that he, God knows what is going on. Okay. God knows. Oh, and then I say to you guys, don't tell me what such and such said. But just as I was starting and I was like watching Miss Violetta, she was saying something like about Russia. Someone asked like something like, did they know that it's the Russians? And she's saying like she thinks they have an inkling that they could have done something to trigger this, but they don't know. That the Iranians don't know. They kind of feel like there's something shady about Putin right now, even though, because you have to remember, guys, Putin historically, when nobody paid attention to Iran, everybody wanted to get rid of Iran and hated Iran. He was there for them. So they're very loyal, I think, in that way. So they have a hard time believing, but he's so desperate too. Another one, you know, that I think, what I think I see here, actually I see Putin makes sense. Guys, what Putin really wants, obviously, is to take the role of the US that they want. They want to be like, at the end of the day, be like, oh no, let me go to Russia. If I want to, let's the nations come to Russia for settlement, for like, if you need help, come to Russia. We're going to help the world. Okay. So like, yeah, that's what he wants. So that's why he's like, he's taking these, he's always, and how you say it, visible. How do I explain it? Like, it's like a PR thing. Like, look at Russia's everywhere, everywhere. To take over. That's what they want. They want, like, the US is gonna go down and we're gonna be like ahead. We're gonna be on top. So so that's my sense. But so okay, so Spirits, I know you told me, when is the truth gonna be revealed about the airplane? Soon. Soon they're gonna have the information that contradicts what they were saying before. Iran is gonna do the best to try to give as much information as possible. And but they're saying here, people already caught, like, I think, guys, this is a really, I think it's like it's one of those things where they caught people talking, like, not like, hey, did you know that we, no, not so obvious, but there's some shady conversations. Okay. So anyway, so I'm gonna go, guys. Okay. So stay strong. I'm gonna go. Okay. So I know it's like it's late, but I think we covered. We'll see what happens. And I believe, I think, guys, I do think things are gonna continue to accelerate, and the lies are gonna be starting to slip away. I think we're gonna find out more about this whole situation, more. And they're gonna, I see an image of what's his name, tripping. He's like trying to walk, but he trips. Um, Pompeo. So soon things are gonna slip. They're not gonna be able to catch up with everything. So okay. So good night. Good night, guys. Okay. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the patience. Okay. Okay. Love you guys. Bye. Okay.